The U.S. Supreme Court has now agreed to hear the case about whether the former President Donald Trump can be kept off the ballot because of his efforts to overturn the 2020 election. Again, they've agreed to hear the case on whether he can be kept off the ballots. The case stemming from a ruling in Colorado that has barred Donald Trump from the ballot. Arguments will begin early next month. Meantime, President Joe Biden jumpstarting his election campaign in his first speech of the year, directly naming and attacking Donald Trump. Here's ABC's M. Nguyen with more from Washington.
In battleground Pennsylvania, President Joe Biden kickstarting his re-election campaign in his first major speech of 2024. The president framing this race as a critical battle for democracy. This event and a new Biden-Harris campaign ad timed to coincide with the third anniversary of the deadly January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol.
There's something dangerous happening in America. There's an extremist movement that does not share the basic beliefs in our democracy.
Meanwhile, Republican presidential candidates like former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis are in Iowa ahead of the caucuses in less than 2 weeks.
Donald Trump is running for his issues. Nikki Haley is running for her donors' issues. I'm running for your issues.
There's a reason 75% of Americans don't want a Trump-Biden rematch. They're tired. They want to see something go forward.
But in the latest polls, the two candidates still far trailing the frontrunner Donald Trump, who's also in the state campaigning tonight. Trump's events expected to collide with numerous court dates this election year after he was charged in 4 criminal cases in 2023. On Monday, President Biden will head to Nikki Haley's home state of South Carolina. It's also the first state that Democrats can head to the polls for the presidential primaries on February 3rd. M. Nguyen, ABC News, Washington.
Well, since it's been 4 years, here's a refresher on how the Iowa caucuses work. Iowa Republican voters will pick their vote for the party's presidential nominee, and the results of that vote then determines how many of the state's 40 convention delegates that a candidate will receive. While the 40 Iowa delegates themselves only represent about 1.6% of delegates nationwide, the Iowa caucuses are the first in the nation, and they oftentimes give a major boost to whichever candidate does the very best and tends to have the opposite effect on whoever performs poorly in Iowa.